Majority. Very well, then. The woodshop faculty's request for a new circular saw is hereby approved. Watch those fingers, guys.
This is another reason we should never have let Tania and Lauren leave home school. Now we have to endure PTA meetings and sanctimonious bores like him.
Harry.
Replacing Taco Tuesday with Tuna Tuesday makes sense from a dietary standpoint.
This is an ignorance factory.
Harry, shh.
And in one final piece of business, our substitute teacher shortage has reached epidemic proportions. Now, there's currently an opening for a substitute AP biology teacher for the 2 weeks Mr. Eggers will be in in the hospital. So if any of you know anyone who might step forward and take this position...
That's Tania and Lauren's class.
Please. Yes, Mr. O'Keefe.
I would like to volunteer myself.
You.
Sir, I am a licensed secondary school teacher with a degree from Columbia University. Moreover, I have years of experience teaching my own children. No better recommendation of my educational ability can be found than my children's excellent scholastic record in this very institution. Furthermore,
If you'll stop talking, I'll consider it. Thank you. Very nice of you to come forward like that, Mr. Keefe. Let's give him a little hand.
You were just going on about how much you hate public school.
well, it needs someone like me to shape things up.
How much shaking can you get done in 2 weeks? And what about your vet practice?
Like you said, it's just 2 weeks. I'll move my appointments to weekends and afternoons. It'll be a nice change of pace.
And a nice chance to follow Danny and Lauren to public school?
They're innocents, Ellie. Babes in a thorny thicket of ignorance. Providence has given me a chance to save them. Again.
So, you'd actually be teaching our biology class.
Yes. Ah, we'll have a great time. The three of us together, like the good old days back at home school.
On the other hand, I heard about this English substitute. All the kids dropped their books at once and she had to be institutionalized.
Your father knows the risks going in.
Can I go with you?
No, Mark. You're to stay here and be homeschooled by your mother.
Good Lord. She even qualified.
She's basically qualified. Basically extremely qualified. So, when's the bus get here?
Always check for thumbtacks before sitting. Oh, and don't touch anything anywhere. Super glue.
Got it.
Oh, I fashioned these spitball deflectors for you.
Ah.
Oh, and they're magic, right?
No, they're not magic. You just hold them up. They're very effective.
Good morning, class. I'm your substitute teacher, Dr. O'Keefe, also known as Dad. Now, any students who have been smoking drugs this morning, please excuse yourselves. Very good, then. Let's start with any questions you may have. You, with the shirt.
Is it true that you're the ruler of a cult?
If by cult you mean a family dedicated to high educational standards, then call me Reverend Moon. Now, let's take a look at the text. My first act as a teacher must be to take this dull, erroneous textbook and throw it in the trash. close enough.
And x plus 7, then... Mark, are you passing notes to your imaginary friend again?
No. He passed it to me.
This substitute doesn't know what she's talking about.
Hey, that's out of line, buddy.
More blood! More blood, I say! Damn it, right ventricle! What is your problem? I can't move! Gasping for life! Everything going dark. And that was a dramatization of how the left ventricle is involved in cardiac arrest. And now, as for tomorrow's class, the human reproductive system.
What does that mean?
Sex.
This should be good.
I tell you, Ellie, those kids didn't know what to make of me today.
I am shocked to hear that.
Within 3 days, I'll whip those scruffy delinquents into an elite learning unit.
So, this unit on human reproduction, that sounds a lot like sex ed.
It's not sex ed. I would never teach sex ed.
Sex ed is something taught by leering gym teachers. I teach biology with a great deal of verve.
Just be careful about coming on too strong. Now, that school really belongs to Danny and Lauren. You're only a visitor.
Believe me, that's all I want to be. So how was your first day alone with Mark?
He was acting out all day. I had to give him detention for passing notes to himself in class.
That boy is one odd duck.
You're probably wondering why I have a chimp on my desk. No, he's not replacing me, but public schools have done worse. Bob here is a regular patient at my veterinary clinic. When teaching any part of human anatomy, it's always best to have a model. Okay, Bob, show him what you got. Today we've learned some valuable lessons about reproductive anatomy. Thank you, Bob. I'd like to take this opportunity to point out that human reproduction should never occur without true love and the sanctifying bond of matrimony, as I've been fortunate to find with my loving wife, Eleanor.
Aww.
Do you have a question, Olivia?
No. I just hope I find someone as romantic as you are one day.
Ah, well, between you and me, young Danny, there's quite a catch, and he's very available. Until tomorrow, then.
That was mortifying.
Back me up here. Dad, could we talk to you?
Sure. Wasn't today fun? Everybody was engaged and laughing.
Yeah, well, that's what we wanted to talk to you about.
We love having you here, but could you not talk about us in class?
It's just a little weird for us.
Oh, it's all in good fun. Hey, I'll see you both at lunch. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. Bob's very excited. It's Sloppy Joe Day.
Mark, why aren't you dressed for school?
Dr. O'Keefe didn't tell you? I'm going to be doing an independent study for the rest of the week.
Oh, really? Huh. This independent study wouldn't have anything to do with you lounging around in your pajamas eating cereal, would it?
Oh, so he did tell you. Refill?
What a coincidence you'd ask me about fallopian tubes, Wayne. I remember the day little Lauren asked me what they were. She thought they were a type of pasta.